Can you please elaborate on some of the ways you see technology shaping human behavior and culture today in the modern world?
I'll give you a very simple example. What's the difference between being dumped by a boyfriend or girlfriend in person or via text message? We said, oh my God, it's so impersonal, but we had letters and phone calls before. So it's not that we only had face-to-face interaction and now it's WhatsApp. How does it change to go to a bookstore? So it means to go there, to meet the people, to be exposed to whatever else is there, other titles, and speak to a person, pay and go home, maybe stop for coffee with a friend or buy on Amazon. You don't have to leave your couch. That changes our habits. But the answer, what's the difference? How does it change? I actually don't believe that can be named as beyond words. And therefore, my approach when I started the podcast was to talk around it, was to explore all the different areas in which technology has an impact on our lives and to talk about that so that kind of in the overall, at the end, you would get an idea, a general idea, of a feeling almost of what it means to be human today.
Do you think we as human beings have not understood the full implication and ramification of having technology take over our lives to that extent, or is this part of it anyway, and adopting and relying on technology is anyway going to change a lot of parts or a lot of areas in our lives, and not all of it is going to be for the better?
I think there's something to be said about that, because what do we mean by technology in the first place? Technology is what we're using now to communicate, IT, technology, but I mean, a fork is technology so that I don't eat with my hands. So we mean, computer-based technology and multimedia and mobile technology and the internet, all this new stuff. This is what we normally mean when we say technology today. But this has not arisen overnight. So there has always been a technological evolution with many revolutions along the way. So I don't believe that we have not understood the full extent to which this impacts our lives. It's always been an evolution, like society and technologies have co-evolved. And I find this very intriguing. Something that can be said, though, that's specific, because there's something specific about each era in history, is that nowadays we seem to be more and more reliant, dependent on certain technologies for which you need electricity, for example, or, battery, power storage, because even if just the internet goes down, or if one of the services we use online goes down in 2 minutes, you have the people reporting it on the websites. Is this website down? Imagine if a couple of those went down together, probably we would have, a panic. But then something else that should always be kept in mind is also, what do we mean by people, world, where we are? There are certain even I would say just neighborhoods in some cities where there's lots of technology, I don't know, the high, tall skyscrapers, if power goes out, you're actually stuck right there with the lift. I don't live in such area. I don't have a fridge that talks to me yet. I don't have much domotics, so it's not that I cannot have access to my house if the gate closes, electricity, all of those things. That is something to think about, actually. The more and more we surround ourselves with that. And technology about our health. Imagine that. Some devices you may have outside of yourself, but also inside of yourself for monitoring